So everybody, my name's Harry James, coming to you live from the Palace of Harry. Get it? Like Toby says, the Palace on the Prairie, the Palace of Harry. Little new look for you guys. As you can see, hope you guys like it. I do. I love it. Speaking of loving it and fresh faces, what about a redshirt freshman playing really well? A true freshman and a redshirt freshman playing really well. A true freshman playing really well. All offensively yesterday, as the Sooners tame the Bears, playing on all cylinders. 48 to Zippo. Gave up absolutely no points offensively. How did they do that? We'll tell you next. Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away! Welcome back to my show, everybody. As you guys know, my name's Harry James. So let's take a look at what happened on the stat sheet yesterday, first for the Sooners. And we'll start with the Missouri State Bears, Bobby Petrino's boys. His quarterback, number 8, Jade Johnson, 72 yards in the air, 0 touchdowns. Did have an interception. His longest pass, 62 yards. But the amazing snake of a redshirt freshman, Spencer Rattler from Arizona, shows why he rattled up all those passing yards in Arizona in just one half of play, guys. 290 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. His longest completion, 51 yards. That's the passing stats. The rushing stats, first of all, for Missouri State. Chris Curry, just 1 carry, but got 26 yards. His longest run, 26 yards. Did not have a touchdown. While Ty David Price, 5 carries, 16 yards, 0 touchdowns also. 5 yards was his longest run of the night. Now for those sparkling freshmen we've been trying to talk about. We talked about Rattler already. These 2 freshmen also played well. The true freshman and the redshirt freshman. We'll start with the true freshman. Numero uno, Seth McGowan, 9 carries, 61 yards and a touch. All that. His longest run of the night, 23 yards. But helping him stay calm, down a little bit at the running back position, number 24, Marcus Majors. He had 11 carries to go with 31 yards. Didn't have an offensive touchdown on the ground. His longest run, 9 yards. Now from running back to wide receivers, where Missouri State had Lorenzo Thomas, 4 catches, 46 yards, 0 touchdowns. Longest completion, 20 yards. While Jordan Murray had 2 catches for 14 yards and 0 touchdowns. His longest catch, 9 yards. Then we talk about our guys. We're not ready to talk about the freshmen, though, that we've been wanting to talk about. Because first, we have to talk about the vet. That is Charleston Rambo. 4 catches, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. His longest catch, 51 yards. Should have had 3 touchdowns, guys. Should have had it. He had it in his hands and he just dropped it. But you know, he wouldn't have dropped it. The amazing freshman, true freshman here also, number 17, Marvin Mims. Marvin had 3 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. His longest completion, 51 yards there also. So that's all the offense you need to talk about, but you don't shut everybody out defensively with 0 points by just playing offense. You got to play some defense too. So let's take a look at the defense. But before we take a look at Alex Grinch and the Oklahoma defense, let's take a look at the Missouri State defense. And that begins with Tyler Wiltz. Wiltz, 12 total tackles on the night. 0 forced fumbles recovered, and 0 picks. And from his linebacker slot. Also, they had Titus Wall, who was a wall defensively. 9 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 picks, and 0 fumbles recovered. Defensively, now these guys aren't freshmen. In fact, one's a junior and one's a true sophomore. Brian Asamoah, also pretty young. I believe he's a sophomore also, now that I think about it. Anyway, 7 total tackles. 0 fumbles forced, and 0 picks. Then we talk about the guy that did have the pick. And that is number 8, Darrellarian Turner-Yell. 4 total tackles. 0 fumbles forced. 0 fumbles recovered. 1 pick. And he's the safety back there. The safety net back there. So that's all that. Now let's go to the special teams. And where we had a punter. The punter for Missouri State, number 38, Grant Burkett. 9 total punts, 40.2 in average, 0 touchbacks, 0 within the 20-yard line. His longest punt, 50 yards. Well, our guy, Reeves Munchiao, didn't have to take the average because he only averaged 1 punt, which landed 43 yards, by the way, was a touchback. So his longest punt, 43 yards. The kicker for Missouri State, Jose Piano, 0 for 1 for 0%. His miss from 46 yards out. While the true sophomore, Stephen Johnson for Oklahoma, 2 for 2, 42 and 20. For the 42, of course, was the long. 22 and 42. But still, the 42 was the long. So that is that. Now let's score the scoring highlights. Where you had that dude, Seth McGowan. Yeah, you heard me right, Dylan. It wasn't him, though. It was, however, McGowan for a yard touchdown run. 7-0 Sooners. 11:24 left in this one. That's when they find the other freshman hook up from 58 yards out. It's Spencer Rattler to Marvin Mims. 14-0 Sooners. 9:48 left in the game. Full quarter. Then you can't let just them have some fun. You gotta let the veteran have some fun. 51 yards out. Spencer Rattler finds Charlton Rambo, 51 yards. 6:16 left. It is 21-0 Oklahoma. And that's when Seth McGowan gets on the ground, gets one through the air with a 37-yard touchdown reception from, you guessed it, Spencer Rattler. 4:28 left. Touchdown Oklahoma. 28-0. Sooners cruising in the first quarter. Not done yet, though, because that's when Gabe Bearcat's replacement for at least this week, Steven Johnson, 42 yards, up and through the goalposts. 31-0. A buck 22 left. Sooners lead. As we head to the second quarter, we'll see the same score until 11:10 left when Steven Johnson hits a 22-yarder up and good. Sooners now lead 34-0. Then back to the touchdown board because Spencer Rattler would find Charleston Rambo with 5:37 left. Touchdown Oklahoma, 51-0. As we head to halftime, pull out the white flags already. 51 points in the first half. And you know what, guys? We would be stuck at 41-0 for quite a while. In fact, in the third quarter, there was no scoring. And then in the fourth quarter, the last scores of the night went to Oklahoma. Of course, we all know that because of the 48-0 shutout. The 47th and 48th point did, though, come from the backup quarterback. In the fourth quarter, Tanner Mordecai, 16-yard touchdown pass to Conwin Finn from 14-yard Connor Finn for 16 yards. It is 48-0 Oklahoma. Nothing but net. That's your door slammer, as the other Keith Jackson, the announcer Keith Jackson would say. That's the final score. Now, two more things, guys. Riley's right call of the game and Gritch's clinch. Riley's right call of the game was the 37-yard pass from Spencer Rattler to Seth McGowan with 4:28 left in the second quarter to put the Sooners first quarter to put the Sooners up 28-0. In the third quarter, then, it looked like Jake Johnson and company were starting to drive, and then this happened. Jake Johnson throws the pass, and it's intercepted by Darlarian Turner-Yell. 42-yard punt pick return for him. 3:36 left. All happened in the third quarter. That's your ball game, everybody. Hats off to DTY and all the guys. Game number 1 in the books. Take the win. Sooners now try to get to 2-0 and force Kansas State to an 0-2 start. Of course, Kansas State lost to Arkansas State last week. Now they'll have to come against the Palace on the Prairie. That will happen in 2 weeks. The preview will be up next Sunday, as the Sooners will play the Wildcats of Kansas State in Norman. Till then, everybody, I'm Harry James. Thanks for watching. You can catch us in all my other videos on YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. Also up on my Facebook account, Harry James Taylor, or on Twitter at HypeManHarry. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys like the new look at the Palace on Harry's Palace. And Boomer Sooner, everybody. Peace out.